Welcome back. Forearm. Let's dive straight into it. Now, one thing I didn't mention on the bicep, which I'm going to mention on the forearm, is the very first Stormtrooper kit I got it all out of the box and I was like, whoa, where do I start? What's going on here? Which bit is which? So, I'm going to show you the differences. This is the right forearm upper. This is the left forearm upper. Then we have the lowers. Okay, so now we've established which two pieces we're putting together. Let's make a start. I always start with this top edge where we've got the flat. If you're over a certain size, I fit the original size, no problem. On the forearms, my forearm is around 12 inches, a little bit over, so about 12 inches in the fattest area. So if you're working with that sort of size forearm, and the majority of people are, unless you're outside of really outside of the parameters of the suit, and you're going to know that in your own mind before you even order the kit. I'm going to build this original size. I use a template. When you get your kit, if you just cut one of these on your ABS, PVC, whichever it may be. This is 12mm. This is going to help me a lot throughout the build. So I'm going to start by marking the top of the forearm. Very simple. Just draw your line. So there, I've got a line. That's a nice starting point. Then I'm going to do the same on this piece. So you can see we've got an edge already. And then we've got a flat. This is a lovely flat, ready to receive a cover strip. So let me just clip that up, and then I'll talk you through. There's a little bit of a detail that we want to achieve here. Right, so I've got that in position. Now you can see that we're running up the side of the flatted off area, but then when we get to the top, we're not quite there. There's a little bit of that flat area left without the cover strip on. Now this is correct. We want that. That's the look we're going for. It's screen accurate. It's on the original piece, and it's just because this line curves out. Just a quick recap. We've got two lines. Now we're going to cut these with the shears. Right. So obviously, everybody's watched the trimming the plastic video. Now, some of the more observant of you will probably be thinking to yourself, but that template you've just put on there is 12mm. Now, when I went to school, 12 and 12 equaled 24mm, and we want to put a 12mm cover strip on there. And you are correct. So we still need to trim a little bit off this. And I'm just going to mark about halfway. Just run the pencil down there. And likewise on this piece. So I'm using this edge that we've created to give me something to work with. So what we're looking at here is the pencil line nice and straight, and then the plastic seeming to run off at the top. That's correct. We're looking for that. We want that. We like that. Well, this could be tidier. So I'm going to take some sandpaper. This is a nice 80 grit. Purely because I don't like standing here all day sanding stuff. So, sandpaper and prop builders go together like bullets and guns. This is, if you're making props, you're going to be using sandpaper and you're going to be sanding loads of stuff. that is basically the hobby. This now is starting to look a little like how we want it to. Right, so we're not getting this nice and flat because we've got all of this going on the underneath. So let's trim some of that excess off. Original size, we've got 16 centimeters, that's 160 millimeters across the top. We have 130 across the bottom. That's across both pieces, and you're going to see that this is a bit of a recurring theme across the suit, with the measurements being mirrored and being similar across pieces. They weren't built to any particular size, they were built to be Stormtrooper size. You either fitted in it or you didn't. So to recap, 160 around the widest part, 130 around the cuff here. Here we can see the excess material. This is added on so that if you're bigger than the original size, you've still got a hope of fitting in the suit. But we don't need all of this, so this is going to be removed now. Unlike the previous trim line, this one now is pretty much where we need to be. So if you're unsure, leave a little bit on, trim it off, try it, trim it off, try it. Right, I'm going to tape this up again, tape it into shape so we can have a look at it, make sure that we're happy with it, appreciate how it lines through, and then we're pretty close on this piece really. There's not, I think the main detail, the main thing that we're looking for, the main bit we want to capture is the way that cover strip area runs out and the cover strip remains true. So let's have a little look. So we want to run these through here. That's correct. Remember, there should be no return edge on this area. On the original one, they're just cut clean off. Up here, this is where the 2 points meet. This is correct. This is what we want. We like that, and we've got that. We've got this detail on the bottom sweeping out. We've got the cover strip's going to cover this. If it's a little bit wonky and wavy and it doesn't meet everywhere, it doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. You can spend as long as you want sanding that straight, but I would say don't sand too much off. Around the other side, we've basically got the same situation going on. So we've got, it's running through on the bottom edge. It's not quite meeting at the top. The cover strip again is what we're going to need to make that look tidy and pretty. So that's pretty much your forearm built. I'm just going to do a little bit of trimming now. Now, this size, interesting little point to make to you. This size here, if you noted the 13 centimeters both sides, which will be what, 260 in circumference. If you've measured your wrist and you think, oh, mine's smaller than that, mine's smaller than that, the problem that you will encounter is this is the size that you need to measure because it needs to go through the armour. So even if your wrist is smaller, which it probably will be, you've got to get it through the armour. So there she is, pretty much complete. Just need to put the cover strips on. So that's the right forearm. So far we've got the full right arm trimmed almost to a finished state, ready for cover strips. Next time we will tackle, let's wait and see. That's it for another tutorial. If you did like it, then do please like it physically by pressing that button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and you know what to do. You've seen it all before now, and YouTube's really taking off, and even us old guys know what we're doing with it. Until next time, au revoir! There you go, simple as that. This is how we build stuff. So if you need a kit, you can get on the website. If, however, you've seen this and you think, this is not for me and I don't have the time, don't worry. We also have fully built commissions and fully built stuff Or again, all on the website. Just click through, choose your character, it's all there for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.